Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 5, Chapter 12, Dharma and Dharmashala. Bharatavarsha, Indian subcontinent, knew that the secret of peace lay in service and love towards all beings. The culture of this land proclaimed that the best form of service is to foster the practitioners of the good life, the sages and spiritual aspirants. Do not decry the servants of God. Do not obstruct the charity of the generous. Do not discourage the study of the scriptures, even if you cannot positively promote any of these. That is the lesson taught in this land. Peace cannot be ensured by the piling up of atom bombs, the systematic amassing of weapons. Without removing hatred from the heart and planting love therein, mere terror and counter-terror cannot establish cordiality and harmony. You purchase a bean and demand a gourd as an extra. Your effort is so microscopic. Your expectation of fruit is gigantic. How can this wish for peace be realized? Little is done to cleanse the mind of hate. But everyone expects international peace tomorrow at dawn. At present, everyone is after sukha, happiness, the hunt for comfortable jobs and positions of influence, the founding of banks and business houses, the growth of bungalows. All this is evidence of the eagerness to live in happiness. But there is no eagerness to live in shanti, peace. Sukha, happiness, is confused with shanti. Sukha is taken to be the same as shanti. No one of the rich or well-placed or prosperous or powerful has peace. You can investigate and find out for yourselves the truth of this. Peace is not found in the passbook or many-roomed bungalow or go down or iron safe. Your whole attitude is topsy-turvy. It is absurd as putting the cart before the horse. The physical is subordinate to the spiritual. The body is the cart and the spirit the horse. Of course, the cart should be kept in good condition. Vice ruins the body and makes it unfit for the journey of life. The mind is the horse, and that is neglected, and not groomed for the journey. It is starved. In this land where Meera, Jayadeva, Valmiki, Tyagaraja, Ramdas and Tukaram, by their intense yearning and fortitude, showed the path of achieving lasting joy, precious years of life are thrown away in silly adventures. I am the holy, attitude breeds grief. The four Mahavakyas, great truths, which the Vedas proclaim, announce that all this is Brahman, one unitary uniform substance, appearing only to the diseased eye as many. Aham Brahmasi, I am Brahman, you must assert. Then you transmute yourself into sons of immortality, Amritsya Putra. Now, since you bleat Aham Desami, I am the body, the combination of 5 elements that one day splits into those elements, you degrade yourself into Amritasya Putra, sons of illusion. That attitude breeds grief. It is the root of discontent. People who stay in air-conditioned rooms have no coolness in their heart. People who reside in the caves of the forest had it. It is not external temperature that counts, it is the inner temper. Here, the Mahashakti, supreme power, in the name and form of Chengalama, is established and evident, and this foundation stone for a Dharmashala, Coldry, for the pilgrims who come to adore her, is being laid by me. It is significant, for I never do any casual act. Every single act has a deep significance. This temple and this Dharmashala are bound to serve mankind more and more. That is the meaning of Pratishtha, the establishment of temples and the institutions of service related to them. Dharma leads you to God. This building is named a Dharmashala, a hall of Dharma, a school of Dharma. It should not be merely a free lodging house for pilgrims. It should have an atmosphere of Dharma, which the pilgrims must inhale and get inspired thereby. The temple will inspire Atma Dharma, leading the pilgrim into himself, to search for the Mahashakti that is behind the Ichcha Shakti, the Kriya Shakti, and the Jnana Shakti, power of the will, the work, and the wisdom that man is endowed with. The Dharmashala must inspire him to deepen faith in the Vritti Dharma, the moral code that regulates and enriches his profession. The Varna Dharma, the restrictions and regulations that strive to canalize his impulses and instincts into fields that are special to his place in society. Ashrama Dharma, disciplines laid down for the blossoming of the spiritual consciousness during the 4 stages of life, as student, as householder, as a recluse, and as an ascetic. Vishesha Dharma, code of conduct in special situations, and Samanya Dharma, code of conduct common to all. That will make the name Dharmashala really appropriate. Dharma is the path by which the Mahashakti in the temple of your heart can be tapped, experienced, and realized. Without adherence to Dharma, it can never happen. Dharma, virtuous conduct, purifies the mind and leads you to God. It creates a taste for the name and the form of God. When you love the name and form of Krishna, you will naturally respect and obey the command of Krishna, which is found in the Bhagavad Gita. Have the name on the tongue and the form in the eye, and the demon called Asha, unending desire, will fly from your mind, leaving joy and content therein. This kind of constant dwelling on the indwelling God will promote in you love for all beings. You will then see only good in others. You will strive only to do good to others. Do your duties with God as the witness. Now, all things have gone up in value. Man alone has become cheap. Endowed with the costly gems of reason, discrimination, and detachment, man has allowed them to slip away, and he is beset with dire poverty as a consequence. He has become cheaper than animals. He is slaughtered in millions without any qualms because of the terrific growth of anger, hate, and greed. He has forgotten his unity with all men, all beings, and all worlds. The contemplation of that unity alone can establish world peace, social peace, and peace in the individual. All other efforts are like pouring sweet scented rose water on a heap of ash, ineffective and foolish. I bless all efforts made by each of you to build Shanti, peace, on this foundation of Atmajnana, knowledge of Atmic unity. Gatherings like this must be arranged to spread the message of the Prashanti Vidwan Mahasabha, in order that you may know the truth about yourself and seek to experience it. As Kumara Raja said in the beginning, try to practice in your daily life at least 1 or 2 of the things I spoke to you now. Do all daily duties with God in your heart as the witness. This gathering is like a flood that has come from all the 4 quarters. It gives an assurance that Sanatana Dharma, eternal religion, will certainly rise in splendor in this land. It teaches man to investigate the truth about himself and the world. Is that not the most proper thing for man to do? What is wrong in prompting man to engage himself in the task? It is mere ignorance that keeps you away from this task. Start now with the first step, Namasmarana, remembrance of the name of the Lord, the universal indweller. That will lead you on to further steps until the goal is reached. Chengalamma Temple, Sulurpet, March 22nd, 1965. Whenever there is a vacuum in any heart, love flows into it and is glad that it can fill the emptiness. It is never held back. It is offered in abundance without guile or deceit. It does not wear the cloak of falsehood, flattery, or fear. The tendrils of love aspire to cling only to the garments of God. It senses that God resides in His splendor in every heart to discover that the seat of God is real devotion. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.